Welcome to Court Cousins. Two cousins sharing laughs and talking the team they love, the Orlando Magic. Let's get into it. Welcome everybody to episode 3 of Court Cousins. I am Kyle. I am joined by my co-host, my cousin, Jason, the Pich over there. And just like every podcast, we like to get started by, seeing how each other's doing. But we do it a little bit differently here. We like to do it on the social emotional meter of a Robin Lopez. So, Pich, I'm going to ask you, how are you doing for the ROLO check-in?
Before I check in with my ROLO check-in, congratulations to ROLO on his high school on retiring his number this past week. Congratulations on that. He wore 33 back in high school. For my ROLO check-in today, I've gone into my Magic, the card gathering segment a little bit, and I found some baby ROLO. Look at him. He's fresh-faced. He's coming down the lane, and he's fixing to jam on you. He's looking to put you on a poster. Brandon Roy just watched him soar by there, and that was wise for him, because otherwise his career would have been shorter than it was. And then here's another one for reference from the same season. But he's clean. He's coming through down the lane, and he's ready to slam dunk. And that's where I'm at. I'm kind of like, look at this basement. Look what I've created. We're moving forward with the show. Things are going really well. We got an Instagram now. We got a website. We're digging our heels in, and we're coming down the lane, and we're about to jam all over everyone's face. So if you don't want to be on the poster, get out the way.
I don't know why you needed to do Brandon Roy like that, but I love it.
He was on the back of the card. He's just there. I can't help that he's there. He's just watching.
Just an innocent bystander.
He was. But I feel bad for that guy, because he would have been a great NBA player if he'd have been able to stay healthy. But a lot of guys have that problem. Anyway, I'm interested to know how that you're doing on a ROLO check-in here. How's it going? How are things?
Pich, I'm glad you're feeling so exuberant, so excited today. I'm feeling kind of pissed off. I had a pipe burst in my house, so that's thousands of dollars out the door that, I didn't expect. That's not fun. We have media day happening today, and instead of talking about all the young talent we have, we're talking about medicine and Jonathan Isac and NBA policy around vaccination. So that's kind of getting me pissed off. So I am New York Knicks Robin Lopez. Okay. And I did not know this until I started looking into what Robin Lopez I was feeling like. But Robin Lopez does not have a problem, ladies and gentlemen, getting rough and getting in people's faces. There is an epic brawl of him online coming to stand up for one of his guys when he was against the Thunder. He's gotten into it with his brother. Was in a bull scuffle. I mean, this guy will stand up for the team. And that is something I did not know about ROLO. And I like it a lot. So I'm feeling a little angry, but I'm going to channel that anger into some energy here for this podcast.
Well, I'm sorry that you're upset, and I'm sorry that you're a ROLO that's stuck on a really bad Knicks team. I get how that can be frustrating. But yeah, ROLO, you're the one that put ROLO on the map to me, that this is a Renaissance man. This is a majestic man, I believe you referred to him as. And I've been peeling back the layers on this onion, and I'm liking all the different parts I see. Now, look, there are parts where you're angry, and I'm sorry that you're feeling that way. But as you saw from the fresh-faced Lopez, you can always get back to a better place. And I think I might cheer you up a little bit with this tweet from Robin Lopez earlier today, if I may share it with you.
Okay, I love it.
It says, I've decided to haze the Magic rookies by making them get me the newest issues of National Geographic, Popular Science, and The New Yorker when they come out, and we're going to have a little magazine club and talk about what we've read. It will be delightful, and you can't join. I mean, that's a Renaissance man. He's going to keep those young rookies honest, and that's the kind of good team player that you want. He's going to fight for you on the court. He's going to fight for your brain and your health off the court. Love this guy.
And I love
his
the
social
troll.
media presence.
Yeah, and that's really what social media is all about. It's about the troll, it's about having fun, stepping outside your comfort zone, trying something else on. So, we're going to get into our first segment. We like to do segments and bits on this podcast on Court Cousins. So, we're going to get into the social media roundup. And in this segment, it's just like what it sounds. We scour around the internet, and please send us now at court_cousins. We look for anything that the Magic fan community is posting, things that we think are funny, intriguing, and we just talk through them. So, this is better viewed on our YouTube, but we'll describe it for the listeners. So the first one, Pich, this
Yes.
might be my favorite. I think this might be my favorite. So we're starting out strong. This post is from on Twitter at RGZNBA, and the username is Johnny Footlong. And there is a selfie of, let's just say, a very beautiful woman, because I don't want to get in trouble with my lady. And
he's hot. I don't have a lady. I can say that.
She has posted, "Tell me what you want," in this sexy pose in the mirror. And Johnny Footlong replies, "Healthy knees for Jonathan Isaac and Markelle Fultz."
I always get a kick out of when somebody posts one of these ones that's supposed to be what would you do with me if you had me for 10 minutes, and somebody goes another way. This one really hit home for me. And I think a lot of the Magic community as well. I wonder what her response to that would have been. Like, who are these people? Or that's not really what I was looking for.
I don't know what it says about me that I would prefer healthy knees for Jonathan Isaac and Markelle Fultz than probably anything that, what probably wonderful young lady could provide me. I just really hope they're still healthy for the season. So. Well, that's true. I'm already taking care of that department.
If I have to decide, since we're talking about it, I think I'd have to go with her. No offense, Magic fans, but there's a good chance that Jonathan Isaac's not going to play much, and Fultz might not play much either. So since they may not play anyway, why should I be left in the dark here? Let's go. I'm just saying.
All right, let's go on to the next one. This one is from the Orlando Magic handle, the official at Orlando Magic. It is a post from J. Cole's Orlando show at the Amway Center with, and really, it's great that he came through practice. But the reason I needed to talk about this is because this image, he is wearing a fresh jersey, custom jersey. It's the blue pinstripe classic, like you are rocking right now, Jay. But it's Dreamer.
No, I thought I was going to have the best jersey on this show, but I guess
no. Not today, my friend. That thing is fresh. Dreamer 15. Just I want it.
Yeah, I don't know what it means. I had to look up J. Cole early this week because I got a little confused because we have a player named Cole. So when I first saw it, I was like, wait, what? And I was like, wait, what's his name again? It's Cole Anthony. Like, what? Who is this guy? And I don't really know who he is. I've heard he's a music artist. I'm not familiar with his work. He seems like a big deal because it seems like they mention it everywhere, like ESPN and SportsCenter, and everybody was retweeting that he's playing. And I'm like, okay, so. But apparently he's like Drake Light or something. I guess.
Oh my God! Do
is
not
he our
blaspheme
Drake?
his
I don't
name.
know.
No,
I don't know.
No,
what's he do?
J. Cole is a far better lyricist, in my humble opinion. But dang, my cousin, you live so. How do you? I know you're in a basement, but how are you so far under a rock, Jason? You live in Boston.
I'm a white guy from Vermont, and I live in Boston. That's why. I don't get a lot. Is it hip hop? What's he doing?
Yeah.
Hip-hop or,
I mean, hip hop. Yeah. Oh,
okay.
No, hip hop.
I'm great. Sure. Here's what I'll 100% sure. If you played me like 2 or 3 of his songs, I'm sure I've heard them. I just don't know he sings them. Like I don't.
Absolutely.
But that for a lot of popular music, that's me. I don't know who sings it. I have no idea. And I don't know much about him, but I wish I did. And I'm going to start to if he's a Magic fan, or if he was just wearing this because it was at a local show. That's different.
So let's go on to the next one. And this one is by folk hero, Twitter maniac, Jeff Weltgod, at MagicMan816. He just, if he's a great follow, if you're not already, I'm sure if you're listening to this podcast, you probably follow Jeff Weltgod. But he came through with a topic that we were talking about last episode. Point to the 2022 Rookie of the Year. Hashtag Magic Together. We have Jalen Suggs in a 4-panel picture. And then we have Green to his right pointing to Jalen Suggs. We have Cade Cunningham pointing up to Jalen Suggs. And we have Scotty Barnes underneath with both hands pointed up to Jalen Suggs. Getting back to what we were talking about, the odds are good for Jalen Suggs, Rookie of the Year. How you feeling, Pich?
I still feel about the same as I did when we talked about it on the show. Do love this graphic, though, and I know you suggested that most people who listen to this podcast might already follow Magic Man 816. I don't, but I'm gonna after the show. I just wrote it down because I like stuff like this. It's pretty fun. I don't think anything's really changed since we talked last show, but it'll be interesting to kind of discuss that. That's not probably the way to go about that. But anyway, you could. We're not going to cut that out. We're going to leave it in because that's the way the show rolls. But I think after like a few weeks or something like that, we might be able to see a little bit more and we see how many minutes everybody's getting and how things are shaking out. Because if Cade Cunningham plays as a starter all year long, but Suggs doesn't work in until after 20-25 games, that could end up hurting him in the long run.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't want to put too much pressure on the young man, but it's fun that the whole Magic community can kind of get behind something for this year. We have something to shoot for. If not a team goal, we at least have some individual goals for our players. So I'm digging it. Let's move on. We have a couple in regards to Mo Bomba. This from Media Day Today at Beyond the RK posted a meme. I'm not sure if this person came up with it, but it is a side-by-side of Mo sitting at the press conference table and a jacked up SpongeBob on the right, because Mo is, I don't know if it's just the way he's sitting, I think that just makes him look like he definitely added some muscle there.
SpongeBob is essentially, he's being held up by his arms. That's how big they are. And when you look at the picture of Mo, it definitely looks like he's just hitting the gym at the same rate. So I don't know if it's Sponge Mo Square Bomba or whether we should reference the arms, but some sort of mix there. It's a pretty good it's a pretty good mix. I like the comparison, and it's very fitting. I like it when people do this. That's why the internet is good. It's one of the reasons.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I think you and I kind of missed SpongeBob. Are you a SpongeBob guy? Are you a SpongeBob supporter? Do you know anything about the show?
I don't even know what their supporters are. I don't know if they're SpongeBob maniacs or like whatever they are. No, I'm not against the show. I'm not super familiar with it. I do a solid Patrick impression. He's SpongeBob. But like, you know, I don't know much. I've seen episodes, but I couldn't name like a full episode and run it down. I mostly know it from memes. I mean, is there a more memeable cartoon ever than SpongeBob SquarePants? I mean, I know this isn't a podcast about that, but you know, I could probably do 15 minutes on
a man who lives at Bikini Bottom is a man I want to know. So I know that about SpongeBob, and I think the watch is probably worth it. I know I have a lot of jokes in there for adults too. So maybe one day when I'm on some vitamins or something, you know. And then in line with that, we had a post a little while back from at Magic Everyday, or Everyday Magic, I'm sorry, at Everyday Magic, saying, if you think Magic Twitter fan base was fighting during draft season, just wait until the regular season starts and the Wendell versus Bomba civil war begins. So connecting to our Bomba post from Beyond the RK, we touched on this in episode 2, I believe, but I'm really excited to see these two compete and hopefully both of them get better. And the ideal situation for us at the end of the year is they both play great, and you know, we can negotiate something that they both enjoy. They both enjoy their role, and a contract that makes both of them feel valued. And maybe, you know, we can have our center and our backup center, our tandem centers moving forward. That's the best case for us.
Absolutely best case. But while it looks like Mo's obviously been up skipping arm day, it doesn't make me feel like he's in the lead at all for this position, because some of the people I know that are the most fit, they can't they can't do anything with a ball. You ever realize that? Sometimes you go see somebody and they're like, oh, you go to the gym all the time and they're really fit or they're a long distance runner or something like that. And then you like throw them a ball and they like don't know how to catch it or hold it. They're like, what do I do with it? And it's like, how can you be like active and like that kind of sporty, but like you have no like ball concept skill like to be able to take it and throw a shot into a hoop or like I don't understand that. So whenever I see somebody that's jacked or super athletic, I still think I can beat them at basketball depending on who they are. Mo, I'm not saying I could beat him just for the record, but I don't think this puts being the big arms doesn't make me feel like he has the lead right now over Wendell in any way.
Fair, but those SpongeBob arms are looking good. Mo pants, Sponge Bomba. Moving on to the issue we have to talk about, but really aren't gonna, is the Jonathan Isaac situation with everything that came out from the Rolling Stone article and then him giving his own comments at the press conference day today, media day, and however you feel about it, we're going to talk basketball here. I think, though, we have to mention this meme. I forget who posted it. I'm sorry. We'll post it on post and put it in post production and give you credit. It is, and I'm a Star Wars guy, so you knew this one was going to make the show.
As am I. As am I.
It is Anakin and Padme in their romantic scene going back and forth. And Anakin says, I'm still a Magic fan. And Padme replies, my best Padme voice, but screw Jonathan Isaac, right? And it's just Anakin looking at her saying nothing. Screw him, right? And nothing. And I loved it because it encapsulates and captures. That's what memes are great. They capture something, they capture a feeling. And I think this captures the feeling all throughout the Magic community, this kind of torn feeling today. We have some infighting over what's good, what's bad. And I think we just need to not lose sight of the bigger picture. We're going to be getting some basketball coming up here soon. We've got a lot of really exciting talent. Maybe Jonathan Isaac's not going to be able to play in some games where there's state mandates around the vaccine, but he's coming off injury. He needs to rest some days anyways. Those will just be his rest days. And hopefully next year, everything's back to normal and we can just move on and play ball. But hopefully this is behind us.
Wow, that was the one of the best positive spins I've ever heard on something that could have gone a very bad way. So I don't want to try to say much else because I feel like you nailed it. But you and I were having a text conversation about this completely aside from the show. And I think like this kind of sums up the things we said back and forth. And there really isn't any need to get into how everyone feels about this, that, the other thing. At the end of the day, we're looking at Jonathan Isaac at a reduced amount, which to be honest, we thought might be possible anyway. And I believe everyone can kind of do what they want to do, and sadly sometimes when everyone does what they want to do, it hurts other people. In this case, it hurts a team and the fans and other guys that are going to be playing with him, but it is what it is. That's why we have freedom in this country, and people can do what they want. So this is a one for Anthony Hardaway, by the way, not like wearing it in any way to support him and his announcement. Just want to be clear on that one. But he's free to do what he likes.
Yeah, we wish him the best. Hopefully, we just want his knees healthy. Getting back to that first post, tell me what you want. Some healthy knees for Jonathan Isaac and Markelle Fultz, and that will be a great year, ladies and gentlemen. So